Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to our channel. I am just between clients at the moment, but I wanted to sit down and quickly give this sort of off the cuff, unedited chat about a concept that just keeps coming up, and I think it would be really powerful to be able to just get this out to you guys right now. For anybody who has ever felt like, I'm just trying to be realistic in terms of, as opposed to being optimistic or being hopeful, having belief or shooting big. I just, I don't want to think too much of myself in case I'm wrong, right? In case I end up not being able to show up as I decided that I could when I decided to think more of myself. For people who are scared to be confident because they think that it means that they're actually arrogant, or for people who are scared to be confident because they're afraid that, if you let yourself be confident and you go out there and you do the thing, you do whatever, you show up, that you might find that you were wrong to be confident, right? All of these ideas about being realistic are actually often highly pessimistic. And what I've been presenting to my clients recently is what you think is realistic is actually highly delusional in most of the cases. Because I was just talking about generalities in the last 30 seconds, but when we go in and look at the specifics of why you think you shouldn't be confident and why your imposter syndrome is valid and why you need proof before you can go out and serve or do more, or you're not going to get that job or whatever. When we go into the details of whatever your circumstance is, we often see that lots of these ideas are not factually true. They're not completely, definitely slam dunk true. But what my clients will say to this is, but it's possible. I can't say it's a fact. I can't say it's a fact that that's what they're thinking. I can't say it's a fact that I will fail. I can't say it's a fact that I will let myself down, I'll let this person down, that I will be wrong. I can't say it's a fact, but it's possible. So it's possible. And I'm not going to argue with that. It is possible, right? It's possible that all those terrifying things to you, these things that are so terrifying and paralyzing, are true, that they will become true, that they maybe were true in the past, that they're true right now, or they will become true in the future. It's all possible, I agree. But what we do in coaching, we don't just philosophize about what's true and try and pick thoughts, belief systems that are 100% true. But in coaching, we look at what is useful, right? We know that our thoughts create our emotions, which create our behaviors. This is what we know in coaching. So we choose thoughts not based on whether they're true or not. Yes, we take that into account. But more heavily based on what is useful to us, i.e. what emotion and behavior those thoughts create, right? So what do we do when we're nagged by this idea that all these possibilities are possibly true, that it could be true, when we're fixated on that? Something that often helps is, when we look at the reasons why we don't want to believe in the more optimistic approach, the idea, the possibility, right, equally that things might work out and those things might not be true, that everything might be just fine, and you might be just fantastic, and things might be better than you could ever imagine. All those things are possibly true as well, right? When we look at that, a lot of us quickly come in with the judgment that that is unrealistic, or even so far as saying, well, I don't want to be delusional, right? It's delusional of me to think those good things, to believe in the positive, right? Now, if you do believe that the other side of the coin, this more optimistic outlook, is delusional. Possible, but delusional. We can equally say that this pessimistic outlook is also delusional, right? Both of these things are delusional. Why? Because we can't predict the future, for one. We can't know what's going to happen in the future. And two, because we can't even know what has happened in the past. Sure, we might be able to recount our perspective of it, but all the time people are thinking about, did I do a good job? What does that mean? How can you know what that means? You can only decide for yourself. What did they think of me? Were they upset with me? Did they think I was good enough, for example? You cannot know, even though it's in the past, you cannot know if that's true or not. Both aspects are delusional. And all I'm asking is knowing that both are delusional, knowing that most of the time for things that matter, you cannot know the truth. Can we at least give equal amounts of attention to the full spectrum of what's possible? And the reason that we want to do this, remember, is because we're looking at what is useful, not just what is true. When we focus on or give more attention, or all of our attention, a lot of the case, to this more pessimistic outlook, we produce emotion and behavior responses that don't often serve us. They're often just self-fulfilling prophecies of this negativity over this side. However, if we also give attention, time, energy in our lives into this more optimistic outlook, then we produce more useful outcomes for ourselves. These thoughts are self-fulfilling prophecies too. It's possible I could get the job. Maybe that makes you feel hopeful or determined or confident. And your behaviors in that situation are very different from this person over here who says, I don't deserve the job, I'm not cut out for it. These behaviors have you moving towards that possibility. Have you taking actions and thinking in different ways that create that possibility that maybe you might get the job. So your outcomes over here are very different. Tend to this part of your mind, take care of it with all of its fears, and do that with a lot of love. This part of your brain is just afraid, and that's normal. But when you get the awareness, take yourself over to this place too. Give it equal attention so that you can create some of those results. If not really productive results, at least just to feel better, to get unstuck from all this suffering over here when you're only thinking about all the bad things and what can go wrong. Both of these things are possible. Both of these things are delusional. Both of these aspects are delusional. But whatever we give our attention to, whichever prospects we give our attention to, we are more likely to build evidence for and create. So my beautiful friends, go out there and be delusional. Just know that you're delusional. Don't try and look for the truth in the world. You're going to be wasting a lot of time and energy if you're doing that, because you're not going to find a truth. We will always just be delusional, and that is wonderful in my opinion. Now, knowing that you're delusional either way, whether you're pessimistic or optimistic or neutral, you're delusional. So pick thoughts that are useful in creating what you want in this short life. If you already know that this is work that you need to do, jump on a no-cost consult call with me. It's no obligation. It's a time for us to chat together and for you to bring me what you want and what's holding you back, and for me to show you if and how coaching would get you where you want to go. And you can say whether this is what you want right now or not. But give yourself the chance. Give yourself the chance to use this most powerful tool that you have, your mind, in a way that serves you in your life. You have so much to offer this world, and there's so much unnecessary suffering that's happening right now because we're not aware of what our mind is creating for us. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm gonna get back to my favorite thing in the world, which is coaching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.